Welcome to Next Step Masterclass Lesson 4. I'm Tim Jordan, co-founder of Service Catalyst. In this lesson, we're diving into something that can massively reduce your stress and give you your time back, and that's tech stack and automation. Tech stack is one of my favorite topics when looking at systems and optimizing a business. We'll talk about choosing the right tools, automating repetitive tasks, and creating a business that responds faster, runs smoother, and ultimately can grow and scale without you burning out. So the first question, I get this a lot: what is a tech stack? Your tech stack is simply the set of tools and software your business uses to operate. This often includes a CRM, a scheduling, dispatching, or project management tool, email and a text follow-up tool, invoicing and payment platforms, team communication tools, review generation platforms or review follow-up platforms, and then marketing or reporting dashboards. Your tools should help you respond to leads faster. They should eliminate double entry and reduce as much human error as possible. They should also make things faster and easier for both your team and your customers. A well-defined tech stack and well-operating tech stack can actually be a competitive advantage in many of our service industries. So if your tools are clunky, disconnected, or if they're just flat not used, your tech stack is probably working against you as opposed to for you. Um, so the power of automation, that's a big reason to continually evaluate your tech stack, is the power of automation is huge. I know automation is a buzzword, but it's not just a buzzword. It's one of the few things that can truly multiply your output without adding people or time. So you should ask yourself, how fast do you respond to leads right now? How often do you forget to follow up? How much time do you waste doing tasks that your software could do for you? Some simple automations most, if not all, service businesses should have is an instant lead response. You get a lead, they get an automated response back from you via text or email. You should have appointment confirmations and reminders. You should have review requests after the job is completed. There should be some type of weekly scorecard. We talked about that in the last lesson. There should be failed payment or late invoice follow-ups as well. These small automations protect revenue, increase customer satisfaction, and overall just help buy back your time. Ultimate goal of Service Catalyst. So we need to choose the right tools. There are no perfect softwares out there. The right one is the one that you'll actually use and use consistently. We start with some basic questions again. What are the 3 to 5 most important workflows in my business? Where am I wasting time or losing money? What am I doing manually that should be automated? Few of the categories to consider for softwares, and some examples of those are project management or CRM. This is crucial. Every service business owner with some level of revenue should have a project management system in place. A couple of examples of the generic ones are Jobber, House Call Pro, Service Titan. Some industries have industry specific ones, like at SG Window Tint, we use TintWiz, which is specifically a window tinting project management software. There's a give and a take there. On the communication side, Slack and Google Chat are two of common tools used for internal communication. Marketing automations go high level. MailChimp, Kit are great marketing automations, automation softwares. On the scheduling / reminder side of things, it's Calendly, Acuity, a variety of Google Calendar integrations. Review Harvest, as you probably know, is my favorite review gathering software. And then also we have to take payments, right? So payments and billing, Square, Stripe, and QuickBooks really dominate that market. I'm a big Stripe user. It's really configurable, but I have a variety of all of those in my businesses. Use our tech stack automation planner provided with this lesson to audit what you're using, what's missing, and what could be automated. The real power of your tech stack comes when your tools talk to one another. Um, so that it's really important that you prioritize not having too many tools, not having too few tools where you have manual overload. But then at the end of the day, you really want to prioritize having tools that talk to each other. A lot of, especially the larger the jobbers, house call pros, they have native integrations. For example, Jobber and Review Harvest talk to one another. They just do it. But there are softwares out there like Zapier. I'm a huge Zapier fan. It connects to different softwares together. So it passes information between two softwares. For example, at SG Window Tint, we use all kinds of Zaps, but we use Tintwiz as our project management software, but it doesn't have a point of sale. So at the automotive shops, we have retail point of sale checkout systems. So Zapier zaps, I think every minute or every 15 minutes, something like that, every customer that gets entered by my team into Tintwiz into Square, so that when somebody's checking a customer out and they search that customer in Square, all of their information come up so they can get their receipts, get their rewards, all of that kind of stuff. So that's just what they call it, a zap, that I say, okay, Zapier, hey, every time we add a new customer, take them out of Tintwiz and put them into Square. The options for using Zapier there's endless, and it saves so much time. It's really fantastic. We do other things like, I don't really like Facebook Lead Center or Meta Lead Center, so we have Meta ads out there for SG Window Tint, and when somebody responds to an ad, when they submit a form through Facebook, you have to monitor the Lead Center if you want to get that. But I can tell Zapier to every time a new lead is created in my Meta ad account, Lead Center, to pull it out and send an email to my catch-all or leads email inbox that's monitored by my team. So awesome tool. Check it out. If you think, oh, I wish these two systems talked to each other so I didn't have to enter the customer twice, or so this information automatically showed up in that system, check into Zapier because it probably is available, frankly. And once you set it up, it's not something to manage. Those apps I just referenced, I set those up 5+ years ago, and I've never they've never broken. So it's very cool. Okay, getting back to tech stack, let's talk about common pitfalls. Shiny object syndrome happens a lot. You don't want to chase new software. You want to select the right software the first time. Excuse me. Then you want to set your processes up and be very slow to change. A lot of people will get in this and they'll overbuild a complex system. That's not what you want. You do not want to overbuild a system. The system needs to have maybe 3 to 5 different softwares and clear a set of processes of how they operate. You don't ever want to buy your tools before you know how you want your workflow to be. You need your tools to fit your workflow. And then also, you don't let the tool run the business. You design the process first so that the business runs the tool. You start with your workflows. Again, to reiterate, start with your workflows and then find the tools to support them. All right, what do we do next? Here's the plan. So let's first list your core tools that you use today. Let's identify the areas of friction, repetition, lack of use, and then let's try and find opportunities to set up automations between them, and then let's set up one automation this week. Use the worksheet provided with this lesson to help you with that. And yeah, let's make some progress this week, okay? Inside the Catalyst community, we have real life tech stack examples and real life discussions about this constantly, and peer support to avoid wasting time, installing the wrong tools, making too complex of a system. We work together to avoid all these pitfalls that I just mentioned. And inside the Next Step Accelerator cohorts, we help you choose and implement the right tools for your specific business at this specific phase that you're in at your business. So if you're tired of doing everything manually, and you know it's time to level up your systems, think about joining Service Catalyst, the Catalyst community. In the next lesson, we're going to talk about team hiring and culture. I'll see you there.